What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you another Ain't Nobody, No Dip League. This is week number 4, but 3 for us, because we came off a bye week for our 3rd week. Came away with the victory, 68 to 66. Respect out to Immortal. We'll go through. It was a very, very exciting war. Bested on percentage as well, 94% to 90. Excuse me. Breakdown was 7 and Phil, or 7 and 18. Really, to any of the other NDL clans out there in our division, would really love to run 11s and even 30. Just throwing that out there. But of course, you know, this is the standard breakdown that you default to, and then the rest gets you know, negotiated out. So it is what it is. But I like bigger wars. Ain't Nobody. So what did Immortal do to us? Well, they doubled all but one of the Town Hall 10s right here. It was statistically improbable, not impossible, but I will say impossible for them to win. So I don't blame them for not using their last Town Hall 10 attack. Even if they did clear Sphinx with that last 10v10, we would have won on percentage. That's how close the war was. But it was still a great war. Going down, they did get one of our. They did not get a 10v10. And they left one of the 9s uncleared at 94%. We, on the other hand, did double all the Town Hall 10s, tripled one of them, got really freaking close on another, even this one down here, which just unfortunately did not work out. What is it? No, it wasn't this one. It was... We got close on number 1. We did a few more chances on that, but really number 6 should have been the second 10v10. I think we're averaging, I won't go into stats here, let's just keep going. This is the first war we did not clear all the 9s. And as part of leadership of Ain't Nobody, it's embarrassing. I'm just going to say it. It's embarrassing and unacceptable. So we got some work to be doing. I don't want to downplay the strength of the Town Hall 9s, the bases from Immortal, because I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but Immortial, I think. But I will say it was some really good Town Hall 9 bases. Nothing that you can't clear. You know, you gotta. But it was tricky enough that it gave the attackers enough pause, or tricked them enough that we didn't clear them all. So shout out to them. Great Town Hall 9 games. It was not the best on both sides at that level. No one had scouts, and both missed one Town Hall 9 on both sides, and that pretty much equals it out. And where we hung our hat was at the Town Hall 10 game. Not as organized as we would like to be as well. Is what it is, though. Let's go ahead and just get your scroll on. You can take a look at some of the defenses down here. Quite a few bases, needed at least 2 or 3. And then for their side, I mean, look, 5 attempts on number 11. It was crazy. 5 attempts on number 14. Those two just did not go down. I can't say it enough. I really think a reason of that is great base building from them, combined with just poor execution on our part. Hope they have a good rest of their season. And let's get down to the replays. Let's start with the first 10v10 that we're going to show. Vigorous. Couple of ways you could have hit this base. Somebody was pressed for time, so we decided to mass minor it, and did not work out, but ended up getting like a pretty high percent double. And then came in, even though it was mass minored, you know, at the No Dip League, without any scouts, the way the war was going, you know, we were being very cautious and cognizant of making sure that you got a respectable, a decent amount of percent on a double if by chance it fails. So that's that philosophy of go for 3 with the chance. Go for a high percent 2 with a chance for 3. Kind of like what Boulder Witch is kind of like in mass minors, that you know, you can kind of lean on the fact if you do it right on the right base that even if it fails, you're still going to get a pretty high percentage double off of it. So with those few attacks going out, Vigorous then coming in on the next attack going all out, recognizing that he could get a queen charge, that seeing that the CC was not a Hound Loon, which we was expected. Then he could go ahead with this queen walk, get an air defense out of the way, queen out of the way, CC out of the way, carves a nice section of the base, and then just sends in the old school Lalo from the top in like a wave fashion, going straight down, fighting the sweepers. We'll go to ×2 because there's a few more raids that I want to show. Some of the raids I won't show because I do want to try to make them beneficial for, selfishly, my clan. I want to help my Town Hall 9s get better. And how we're going to do that is the cleanup video. So I'll put 2 raids and talk through the changes made on them and why they were successful as, you know, being hit twice. And a lot of them having the same attack strategy, with just very, very minor tweaks. And you'll see what those are. And so that's what will be coming in a separate video if I don't cover some of those Town Hall 9s. Really nice job, Vigorous. Man is a beast. We'll bounce out of here. As much as I'd love to show this, I'm not going to, out of respect. It is a 99. It's not a clear, but really close call on that one. Let's go down here and look at, for the rest of these, I want to basically show fresh hits. Let's start down here with Giggity Giggity Goo. This was, we were looking at this base, talking through it on voice, and we guessed. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys, guess where the Tesla farm is, okay? Looking at how this raid is starting. All right, you got an idea? So we were looking at this base, and got all these kinds of plans going at it earlier in the war, and every time we would stop and we'd be like, but there's this part of the raid. Like, we would want to hog the base, but we didn't want to end the hogs on a BK and a bomb tower. That's just a bad idea, right? And we did think it was a hound in there, and then the Teslas, we thought they were over by the town hall. And if you guessed them, you're wrong. In fact, I don't know about you guys, but they were nowhere near where I would have suspected them to be. And this was a fresh hit, so it tells you how great this was. Why I really like this, and I did watch it live, was the funnel was so damn smart and sexy. I mean, it was such a clean funnel. That Giggity did here, and look how he just overkills the base, and I'm literally thinking to myself, this is just wrecked. And then the Tesla's having pop chat. So he drags the first hound over here, 2 hounds sitting on it, being very patient, has a haste for that. You do want to take advantage of the time those hounds give you. You do want them to pop so that they can put some cleanup pups behind you. No Tesla's there, right? So, I mean, I just want to know, did you guys suspect the Tesla farm to be up there at 12? Because nobody did. We had walks planned to start from way up there. I mean, just all kinds of ideas thrown out. I tell you what, man, I'm really glad we didn't go with anything. We spent too long planning on the base. We're like, all right, let's just scrap it and look at another base, you know, for people that had to attack. So when I saw this and I saw it fresh, I was like, oh, that is almost cruel. Very funky. We were convinced they were over by the trash. There would be some pretty good gangster areas to put some even double Teslas over where the trash was at the town hall. Ended up not being like that at all. We'll go to ×4 as Giggity clears it fresh. Nice job, man. Bounce out of here. And then let's go back. Again, there was, I wanted to show Brody going fresh. Back from his studies, doing a shattered gobo wee wee, not a witch slap, no healers involved in this. And it was quite an exciting raid. In fact, I specifically chose fresh hits as well as very exciting fresh hits, because some of these raids, they didn't go quite according to plan, but I don't mean like perfectly imperfect. I just mean like it went down to the last few seconds, Larry's versus a corner Tesla, and the Larry's win because there's like 10 of them that swarm it at the very end for the win. So stuff like that, I always find those, interesting and fun to watch. As we look at the shattered entry going in here, the witches by themselves take care of that BK at the top part. That funnel is set. There's not a whole bunch of splash damage at that top. And then you got the, on the bottom side, witches are pretty much all by themselves, but is going to take some volleys of mortars on the way as they traverse on the way down here. Jump through here. Healthy baller still. There's the deep rage. He's going to have, I don't know, that heal is like a pre-swag heal. Maybe he fat-fingered it, but that heal is completely useless. You want to heal your bowlers. I'm picking on you, Brody, but I do it out of love, buddy. I'm assuming that's a fat-fingered heal, but you definitely want to have that closer. Even though you're going over some bomb towers, you want to have that overlapping, and the main purpose is to sustain those bowlers being pushed through. Witch is doing really fine on the bottom side. Again, the top side Witch is doing great as well. They've eaten through some walls. Holds the poison down to slow the rate of attack of the queen, and then a couple of wizards really late in the game to come and sneak in and shoot over, and it works out for him. Meanwhile, all his witches on the bottom are done, his queen is done, and he's got just Larry's, a wizard tower, and a queen. No ability. And here it is in the far right, a Tesla. We'll go to times 2. It's so exciting. Queen comes in, takes away the splash damage. This was fighting the clock. Excuse me. But they do, she beats through the wall, finishes that out, and then just about 15 or so Larry's for the win. Bounce out of this one. Go back down. Fences. Not just insider, I always show you, buddy. Not bend over. Mine's one of those is a witch slap. Didn't actually go according to the plan. Is it the beast? The beast is one I wanted to show. Whoop. This one also was very exciting. Watch this one fresh. I honestly, I'm not sure exactly what his plan was when I watched it. We were thinking like that's a hard angle to take to get to the queen, and to basically just funnel your troops correctly. Like, I don't know, that's a hard angle to take. So watching this, I wasn't really quite sure what his plan was, but he knew because obviously it's a fresh 3. Nice spot for the Tesla farm right there. This base looked hella familiar to me. It looked like a base that I faced in the Clash Bash when I was with professional scouters. Man, I miss playing with those guys. If you guys are watching, man, I hope all is well with you. Hope all is well with you, Fergie, with all your new endeavors that you're doing, man. And of course, Tiny Pickle, if he's still at the Swarm. Those are guys that we, and a bunch of guys from Ludestoch, or wait, Leistoch. That's how you say it. It's like light bulb and tugboat. That's how I remember that. Hope they're doing well. But it ends up working out pretty well. We were pretty sure that he's going to lose his queen, not get any value from it. Queen stays alive. I think he was aiming for this air defense as well. Not quite sure, but queen does get one of them. So Mick salvages this somehow, some way, and is going to ladle the base with 2 hounds and 3 air defenses with 2 hounds. I mean, that was what was impressive for me. Really good heal spot, and the heal is actually putting some life back into that hound as it traversed over, just adding a little bit more tankage. But these loons go here backtracking towards that cannon. We were convinced. We were already saying in the chat, this is a fail, this is a fail. Because of this gold storage right here. And, you know, we didn't see how much health was left on it when we were watching live, but it's half health right there. And at the very last moment, he does get enough. So we go to ×2. Just a few loons remaining. And then the other part is this freaking BK, which is the best air defense ever. Somebody was talking about how Snip says that is the best 5th air defense. I couldn't agree any more than that. Because he trolls the lava pups, and it gets really close towards the end. I mean, we're talking there's maybe 4 seconds left on the clock. Did not look like it was going to be a 3, but it ended up being one nice job. The Beast. Back out of this one, and then we'll show one more because it was pretty awesome. It wasn't Brody, it wasn't Giggity. Warm glass of Justin cider. Max was, I don't know what Max did. Let's show this one. I want to show you guys how much I sucked. So on this, it's pretty self-explanatory as we watch it, but you gotta see how much I messed up, man. So the queen walk goes down is perfect. I'm getting ready to get my rage ready to on my selecting screen. I get ready to get, boom, I pop the ability. I'm thinking I'm selecting on my rage, and I pop the queen ability because, I don't know, I'm stupid. So there's the rage because I knew I was going to need it for this encounter. Knew I was safe to walk this way because that CC's out of the way. But now, and then that poison possibly is wasted because once the CC comes out, it's 2 witches. And now I have a rage for the core for part of my witches on this. I got to deal with double witches for my bowlers in the core. Now I got to deal with 2 witches here. I got to make a quick decision. You know, I have pre-planned my wizards and things like that, planned for other parts of this raid, especially that spell. And if I don't drop this rage on my queen to keep her up, the raid is over. So I make a calculated risk decision and send, because I knew my right side funnel with that BK there was going to be just titties. So I decided to use both spells on the queen because I'm stupid. Jumps were still in the right spots that I want them to. And I'm just praying that with the Larrys running around in front, that I can still overwhelm the base because I'm still going to have healers behind everything. And it actually worked out for me. But I wanted you guys to see, even when something didn't go quite according to plan, and I can't really say that this is a perfectly imperfect. Well, I guess so, because the adjustment I made on the fly was to use both rages on my queen, and I can't. I mean, it's like a swag and ability when I start. So frustrating, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have been there as well. But hey, it is what it is, right? So what you got to do is stay cool and just try to execute the rest of your plan as you had it down, and that's what I was trying to focus on. Really, this is also the need of like spotters, because I was expecting a hound CC. I almost always plan that way, and I only caught witches out of the corner of my eye, 2 witches coming out. If I didn't catch them out of the corner of my eye, I don't think I would have had enough reaction time to drop that, to make a decision to drop the rage or not, because there's no way the queen is going to win that battle with 2 witches spawning Larrys coming right at my queen, and no splash damage to overcome that herd of Larrys coming at her. I mean, I've seen it time and time again. So, wanted you guys to see a sloppy raid and how I adjusted on that. I couldn't remember the last raid I wanted to show you, but there are some cleanup ones. And I will tell you guys this in the recap. You guys know how I feel about OST or OST. Where is he at? OS. He failed, y'all. He failed. Yes! I know I shouldn't be happy for that, but I am. Yes, that means I'm just 1 step closer to beating him soon. And I need to make a correction. He's not from Israel. He's nowhere from New Zealand. He's from Romania. So automatic Ost is from Romania. I need to make that correction. Respect all to Immortial or Immortial. It can't be Immortals. I call you Immortals, but Immortial. 6866. Hope you guys enjoyed those raids and talking points. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you got to be better than the double. And I'll check you next time.